Hey my lovely peoples, this is your pick a card May career reading. I have 3 decks here. I have £10, £50 and £20. I've seen that a lot of my viewers are from overseas in the US. So £10 is like 11, maybe like $13. £50 is about 60 $60. No, say a bit more, maybe like $75. And £20 is about, yeah, $55. So that's just for my US viewers, just to get an idea of how much is on the table. And when you pick a deck, just see what resonates with you the most. Don't just pick, 50 because it's the highest. That doesn't necessarily mean that the reading is going to be the best, because I don't know what's under here. I just shuffle and then I just lay them out how they should be. Yeah, just take what resonates with you the most. Just think about your career and where you want it to go. I'm going to do a past, present and future spread in this reading. I just wanted to let you know that I am running a competition for May where you can win a free private reading with me. I'll leave the information on how to enter that competition below in the description. So group 1 is £10, group 2 is £50 and group 3 is £20. So let's start with group 1. So you guys chose the £10. Ooh, sorry. So maybe 10 could be a significant number for you, or the number 1 could be a significant number. Maybe you've been in your current career for a year now, or 10 months, maybe some of you even 10 years. Or maybe the next career that comes to you can be 10 years long, who knows. So your past, you have the 5 of Cups, the Hermit. Move that up a bit. The present, you have the Queen of Pentacles, which is really good energy. The Hierophant. And in the future, you have the Chariot. And you have the Ace of Pentacles. So let me just bring these a bit closer actually. So, looking at your past situation, it seems that you might have been in a career that you weren't actually that happy in. You were in a lot of a thinking mode. I say that because you have the Hermit underneath as well. So you could have just been thinking about, where does this actually lead me to? Where's the end of the light? Like, you had the Cups are all about emotion, so you could have had a lot of emotional journey in your career, where you're just thinking like, where does this river, because you've got a river here as well, like, where does that lead to? What's the end goal in where I'm at now in this past position? You could have been thinking like, is there a light at the end of the tunnel? Is there any way I can even get through this career? Maybe you wasn't even enjoying it. Maybe there was a lot of emotion, like emotional up and down in the career that you were in, or if you're still in it, maybe you're just having quite a hard time in the past with your career. And I say that as well because the Hermit's all about trying to see the end goal, because they use the lantern to like guide them through what they're going through. So maybe you needed some guidance, group 1, on how to get to the end goal of your career, and what is it that I want to do? Am I taking where I'm at now seriously? Is it going to be something that's beneficial to me? Sorry, Spirit just asked me to burn the candle, burn the sage. So yeah, maybe this just, you're not sure. Back then, you just wasn't sure. And because you have 5 here, this could have been 5 months ago. In your present state, you have the Queen of Pentacles. Now, the Queen of Pentacles is a bit more stable about where she is and what she wants to do. I don't read the genders on the cards, I just read energies. But the Queen of Pentacles energy is kind of like a boss figure who's at the peak of her game. She holds the pentacles, she's quite content. Maybe you changed careers over the last 5 months and now you're in a more stable, content situation where you kind of can see a bit more clearly about your finances. And I say that as well because you have the Hierophant. underneath, and as you can see, like the Hierophant's sitting on the throne and it has people kind of below him. So maybe you moved a step up into kind of management stage. Take what resonates with you. Remember, these are general readings, but yeah, I feel like you might have moved up. If you haven't already, it could be coming quite, you know, quickly, maybe in the month of May, where you do move up to the next stage. Maybe management, maybe even supervisor, where you kind of, you're looking after people now in the company. I feel like you're in a better energy than you were in the past. Take what resonates. So then in the future, you have the Chariot. The Chariot's all about making sure that they like sort of fast paced and they stay at the top of their A game. The Chariot wants to be the winner, so I feel you could be the type of person that really does put all into your career and your career path and what you want to do. Maybe that's why in the past, like, you know, when things don't go right, you really take it to heart and you really try to see the end goal, because you put so much effort into what you want to do and what you want to be. Yeah, the Chariot's all about coming in first place. So there could be something in your career where you could be quite competitive with someone, and you know, you want to be the one that comes in first place. You want to be the one that wins the race, literally. And I feel like you will, Group 1, because you have the Ace of Pentacles here. Now the Ace is also about having an offering. As you can see, like, I feel like there will be an offering for you that comes out of nowhere. And because it's the Pentacle, it's definitely going to be to do with money, finances. It could be a career change again. Or it could be that this is the change. The present and the future is the change that's been handed to you. Or even if you're happy in your, you know, the career that you're in or the business that you're in, it could be a step up in the company that you're in. Or if you own your own business, it could be, you know, some sort of good exchange with someone. You're going to exchange maybe contracts with someone, or yeah, someone's going to want to pay you for your hard work, basically. I do see money coming in for you, Group 1, which is always good. But like I said, because you chose 10, this could be 10 days, 10 weeks, 10 months. 10 could be a significant number for you, and the number 5 as well. So I'm just going to take an angel message from Spirit, just to get some more clarification, please, Spirit, for Group 1. So I'm just going to take the first one that came. So it says, storm warning. So I feel like, again, you've got the number 10 here. So 10 is definitely significant for you, Group 1. I'm not making this up. You just saw me shuffle this. The number 10 came out. So for some reason, there could be a storm that tries to, you know, this could be the storm that's coming towards you. Maybe in 10 weeks, 10 months. But I feel you will be the type of person that will take it on the chin, and you will win the race because you have the Chariot above and next to this storm in the future position. So I definitely feel that you should do a lot of research in whatever the business that you are doing. Stay on top of your A game, because I feel people want to take your position, but you are going to be the one that comes out better. With the Chariot, you're not going to give up at all. I don't see you as a person that's giving up. So that's what I have for you, Group 1. I hope you enjoyed that reading. Please let me know if anything resonates with you. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And don't forget that I am running a competition where you can win a free private reading with me. And I've left the information on how to enter that competition below. Thank you. Hi, Group 2. You guys chose the £50 note. So to me, it could be that the number 5 could be a significant number for you, or the colour pink could be a significant number for you. Colour for you, sorry. So let's get into your reading. So I'm going to do past, present and future in your career. So in the past you have the Devil. Ooh, the 6 of Swords. Is this the 8? Yeah, the 8 of Pentacles. The 8 of Cups. The 6 of Pentacles. And then you have, this card doesn't actually come, well, it comes with the Rider-Waite deck, but it's not a part of any of the elements. But I like to keep it here just to see what I can resonate for you guys, and yeah, just see if there's any messages that maybe is significant for you to look at. Maybe it's a message in here that is quite vital to you. I can see a lot of red in here as well, so maybe red, because you have the red £50, pink red, could be a very significant colour for you. Maybe you're going to work somewhere that has red logo, or maybe you already work with someone, a company that has a red logo. Maybe you was thinking about making your logo red for your own brand. Take what resonates, but red could be a sign for you to pick up. So looking in the past, you have the Devil here. The Devil is all about codependency, feeling like you're stuck and chained to a situation. But actually, if you look closely to the two characters on the card, they've actually got chains that are very loose on their neck, and all they have to do is just pull that off. And I feel like you might have felt that you were stuck, Group 2, in a situation that you couldn't get out of. Maybe you had some sort of contract with a company, or maybe you felt that you needed to stay there because you have children, or, you know, responsibilities, which is understandable. But you just felt like you couldn't get out of this career that you were in. But for some reason, I feel you did get away, because you have this card here, which is the Six of Swords. So it seems to me that quite calmly and peacefully you might have handed in your resignation, some of you. You might have finished your contract with something and moved forward. But it just seems like you didn't really like argue about it at the time. You just kind of just picked up your stuff and left. You might have even moved overseas, because, you know, you have like a family here that are on water, and it seems like they're just going somewhere else. So you could have relocated homes, or literally, yeah, relocated businesses, or something to do with relocation and walking away. But it seemed like it was a good idea, because it seems that this situation in the past, wherever you were at, just wasn't for your benefit, and it just wasn't a healthy sort of career path or industry to be in. So looking at your present state, it seems that you're really working really hard, actually, Group 2, on maybe, Spirit telling me for some of you it's a project, and I feel that that is going to, you know, reap the benefits. You're going to reap the benefits from that, sorry. Because, you know, they say the hard work pays off. So I really feel that in your present moment, you're really working hard on, you know, how to up your A game in your career, or if you have a business, how to take it to the next level. And I see you really just being in your element and working hard, and really taking the steps that you need to take at this present moment to make it in successful. Yeah, underneath that, you have the Eight of Cups. Now, the Eight of Cups can sometimes be about something that wasn't balanced in your situation. Because, I say that because, like, there's cups over here and cups over here, where 4 and 4 could make a stability of 8. But for some reason, they've got more stacked over here than over here. So, I just feel like maybe there wasn't some sort of balance in this situation. And you also have the Moon on this card as well, which is all about using your intuition. So maybe you knew that something wasn't right in a situation, maybe from this past, and which has had you in the present to work on something else. Because this card is all about walking away as well. And again, you've got like that kind of like reddy orangey colour. It cut out again. So what I was saying is, yeah, I need to change this camera. Do not get a Sony, what camera is this? Sony A1500, because they're so rubbish. But yeah, maybe, sorry, it's thrown me off because it keeps cutting out. Maybe you have a family and you're just like freely spending in the future. So yeah, again, you got the red kind of robe on here in this card. So throughout your reading, I just feel like red is very significant to you. But yeah, this card is just all about like handing out freely. Maybe you're going to invest in something. And Spirit are just saying, you know, just be a bit wary in the future. Maybe on what you're building on. Try not to spend too much on on that situation. Not that you're going to be left broke, but you're going to be like a bit out of pocket maybe in the future if you don't choose the right path to go down. So I'm just going to choose another card from the Angel deck. I'm just going to choose the top one. And it says contract. Yeah, so like I mentioned earlier, maybe you was in some sort of contract that you left. And this, as you can see, like the woman on the card is like kind of blindfolded to the contract. So maybe there was just some like kind of flaws that were in there that you didn't see or notice. And again, that could be talking about the future as well, where you're handing out a lot. So just be careful and be in more balance when it comes to what comes your way in the future. Because remember I mentioned balance here as well, and then you've got the scales here, like the balancing. So I feel like Spirit are telling you to be more balanced. You also have 2 sixes on the table. You have the 6 here and the 6 of Pentacles. So 6 or 5 could be 2 significant numbers for you, group 2. So that's what I have for you. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. And don't forget that I am running a competition where I've left the information on how to enter below. Thank you. Hey group 3, you guys chose the £20 note. So for you it could be that 2 is a significant number, or 20. It could be 2 months, 2 years. I wouldn't say 20 years, but maybe 20 months. For something significant to happen. The colour purple could also be significant to you. So purple usually represents the 3rd eye chakra. So maybe you need to work on your 3rd eye to help see things that you might not be able to see. Basically, not see things that you might not be able to see, but like really open your mind to things to be able to see the truth, is what I'm trying to say. So yeah, that's what you have. So I'm going to do a past, present and future position. Before I start, I just wanted to mention that I am doing a competition where you can win a free reading with me, and I've left the information on how to enter that below. So let's get into it. So in the past you have the 7 of Wands and the Moon card. In the present state you have the 10 of Wands and the King of Cups. And in the future you have the 3 of Cups and the 9 of Pentacles. Let me just check that's 9. Yeah. So it seems to me, group 3, that in the past you could have been in a career situation where you might have had to battle with a few people, maybe to get to the position that you're in, or just colleagues around you. Like maybe you don't really get on with anyone at work, or some people like they just go to work just to work and then they just go home. They don't really like to mingle with people. Everyone has their on and off days, but you could just be the type of person that just wants to get your head stuck down, just do what you got to do and go home. I just feel that you could have been maybe even battling with someone of like a higher position in the situation, or you just might be feeling that something that you're doing isn't getting seen or heard, so you're just, you know, you're fighting your way through to get noticed. And that could have been happening in the past. You have the Moon underneath, and the Moon is about using your intuition to get onto your path. So there's like a pathway here with like division. In this picture has a lot of 2, so you have like 2 pillars here and 2 dogs. So again, 2 could be a significant number for you, where this could have happened 2 months ago in the past. You just needed to use your intuition on your path. It's kind of hard to read because it's a general reading, but I just feel like you needed to use your intuition to get out of a situation that you were battling with at work. It could have even been a contract for some of you. If you have your own business, maybe you needed to, you know, have some sort of battle with someone to end the contract, or you had to work quite hard to maybe start a contract with someone. Maybe there was some sort of competition. But in your present state, I feel like there's quite a huge burden on your shoulders in your career, because you have the 10 of Wands here. And that's what that usually means, that you're carrying a lot of weight. Maybe you're doing too much at the moment. Maybe you're carrying too much on your shoulders when it comes to your career. And with the King of Cups underneath, I feel like this could be someone that's like, maybe like a manager or a supervisor that's making you do a lot of work. And they're asking you to do too much. And maybe what you need to do is kind of just, you know, maybe bring them to the side and being like, do you know what? I can't handle all this stuff that's going on. All these, like, tasks and errands that you're giving me. It's just too much. You want to be able to, like, do one thing at a time. And I feel like you're the type of person that maybe doesn't want to disappoint people. So you're taking on a lot on your shoulders when actually your mind's saying and your body's saying, you know what? You need to take a break. Like, you can't handle this. And truth say we're in, like, a pandemic where everything, you know, like everything's been closed. So maybe you're one of the key workers that have had to take on a really huge role, and like I commend you for it. And in the future though, it's looking a lot brighter. So yeah, maybe you are a key worker that's, you know, going through the pandemic, and the future is saying that, you know, that you'll have celebration. You have the Three of Cups, which is such a nice card. It's all about celebrating and being happy again. Maybe you'll start to like your co-workers. Maybe this could have been you battling them in the past, but actually once you get to know people, you know, you might actually go out for drinks with them after work, or you may come to some sort of deal, or even get a new job. There is a celebration, there is happiness, there's light at the end of the tunnel. And I say that as well because you have the Nine of Pentacles underneath. And usually the Nine of Pentacles is all about being in your element, being content and satisfied and happy. It's almost like, I don't read genders, but it's almost like this female, because I read energy, sorry, but it's almost like this person is in their own element. They're in their garden and they're just, you know, just aimlessly walking around. They're just happy and content. And the Nine of Pentacles is only one step down from obviously the Ten of Pentacles. So you could be just like one step away from, you know, being at the level you want to be at. Maybe just put more grind in, put a bit more work in the future. Or maybe that is what you're doing. You're putting in so much work that you're going to reap the benefits afterwards. But again, try and have that balance of work and life. Try not to take too much on, because it's going to seem like a lot for you. But it seems like hard work is going to pay off, because you have these two good cards in the future position, which are the Three of Cups and the Nine of Pentacles. So it's a hard one, because it's like you don't want to work too hard, but at the same time, hard work does pay off. But you don't want to do too much in terms of making yourself feel, you know, low and not doing the things that you enjoy. So I'm just going to pick another card from the angel deck, just to get an angel message from Spirit, please. For group 3, who chose £20. Please, Spirit, can I choose a card for group 3? Thank you. So I'm just going to take the top one, because I only wanted to do one card. So it says indecision. So you might be indecisive about a situation. It's kind of throwing a spanner in the works, because it seems to me that it could be indecisive about whether you should be working this hard, or whether you feel like you want to leave some sort of career, you want to leave it behind. Maybe this is too much work for you to handle, and you want to leave that to do something else to make your happiness better in the future. Maybe you just don't know what that is yet. And I feel Spirit is saying you need to take a time out. Take a time out to think about if you want to stay in this career, or if you want to push on to something else. And that can take 2 months, 2 weeks, 2 years. Because you chose the £20 note. And I kind of see that as 2. Yeah, it's quite a tricky reading, because it's like, maybe you're not happy in the past here, and your intuition with the moon is telling you that. but you still carried on. You still carried on taking the heavy burdens from your manager or supervisor or someone like a director. You might even be a manager and you're taking, you know, a lot of pressure from the director. So maybe you're thinking of, you're being indecisive about whether you want to leave this situation. And, you know, the future does look bright. So I'm not telling you what to do, but definitely have a think about what it is you want to change in your career. So that's what I have for you, Group 3. If you like this reading, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget also that I am running a competition where I've left the information on how to enter that below. And yeah, that's your reading. Thank you.